Hello and thanks once again for watching GoGeeko.com videos. This particular video covers Informatica Data Qualities or BDE Consolidation Transformation, which is one of the very important transformation, especially when it comes to fuzzy matching in IDQ. This transformation is used to dedupe duplicate data, or in other words, consolidation transformation gives you the ability to create unique records or master records. Sometimes in master data management, these unique records are also called as golden records. Consolidation transformation is almost used every time after the IDQ's exact or fuzzy match transformation. Let's quickly look at one of the example of consolidation transformation. Here we can see that source duplicate data having the same IDs but almost the same demographic information. But you can see the top record has phone number in it while the bottom record has the gender field in it. The purpose of this demo for consolidation example is to create golden or master records with the most field information. As you can see in the target consolidation data, I have the ID, I have the first name, last name, and I have phone and gender filled in my master or golden record. And also I want my latest update date. So out of these 2 days, I want to pick the latest update date. So let's cut the chase and jump right into the developer tool to see the consolidation transformation in action. So here I am inside the developer tool. In this mapping, what we would be doing is we would be reading the data from a source file, which is a flat file, and we will be loading the data into a target database Oracle table. So let's see if we have the file. The file which I want to read is this file, customer demo consolidator, and let's bring in our target definition as well. New physical data object, and as I said, my target is relational data object, so hit next, browse. Go to the correct connection where your table is stored. In this case, it is home_aura. Hit OK. Go to the resource, which is nothing but the table name you want to bring. And in this case, my table name is customer_master. And you can hit finish. Once the definition comes, you can edit it if you want to edit some things. But in this case, I'm not going to change anything. Now let's go and create a mapping inside the folder customer. New mapping, and let's say this is called demo consolidation. In order to create a mapping, you need a source and you need a target. So my source is this flat file which I will read, and as soon as in IDQ your source comes, I would definitely check the data viewer to see if my data looks good. This is the file which I want to read, and you can see like I have the two IDs as same, and then these two IDs are same, but these two IDs are not same. So we will be consolidating the data based on the ID. Let me also bring in my target, which is under home_aura, and it is called customer_master, but in this case it's going to be the right. Alright, so I have the essentials of the mapping inside my mapping. Now let's create a consolidator transformation. Add and start typing CON, and you can see there is consolidation transformation. Hit OK. Now you will pass the data to consolidation transformation from your downstream transformation, or in this case it's a source, and just put it to the input. Once you have all the columns inside your consolidation, click on the consolidation, go to properties and go to strategies, and here you need to tell consolidation by which you want to consolidate or merge your data. In this case, my field is going to be ID, and the other thing for the strategy I will choose is the most frequent non-blank values for rest of my columns. What essentially this does is it serves this purpose which we have seen in our example. Like if some of the fields are null or empty in some of the records, then the final golden record will be created with the most filled information, as in this case my phone and gender came came from two different records and created my master record with the most filled information. So this is the property which we need to choose. Now for last update date, I will choose the latest, or in this case it will be the maximum because it's a date. So let's see how our data looks now. Once you give these properties, you can simply right click and run your data viewer. So now you can see that unique records, which was 2340 and rand, that was a unique record. And let's go and open the file. This is my file. So if you look at the source file, this was the unique record, but in this case in the developer tool we can see there are two records with this, and what it is that one is the survivor. This is survivor is the column which consolidation creates by default, and it says that this is non-surviving column while this is the master record or the surviving record. Now let's look at the duplicate record, which is 4500, and you can see the two source record as coming as is survivor no, whereas then there is a golden record which is created as Y, and you can also see that it is the most filled data out of the two source records. And also you can see that the last updated date is the maximum or the highest date of the two. So this is the main purpose of consolidation. Now it is up to you if you want to pass all the data along with the source data and the master data, you can do that. If you only want to pass the golden or the master or the unique record, then what you need to do is go to properties and go to advanced, and here the output mode in the advanced tab you need to choose survivor only instead of all. Once you do that, hit save. So right click and run the data viewer. And now if we see the data in data viewer, our records have been deduplicated, or in other words these are all unique records based on ID. And if you see is survivor is all Y. So our around 7 or 8 records came down to only 4 unique records. And this is our target, which is a database table. Now you can simply link all your fields to the target table, and once you save it you can align all to grid and validate your mapping. It says no problem found, and let's run the mapping. Before I run, let me say that this target table is my truncate and load. If you go to target properties, at advanced properties you can always say that truncate my target table before you load it. Now right click here and run your mapping. This mapping only has few records, so it ran fine. Go to logs just to make sure that everything went fine. And if I go at the very bottom just to see how is my writer thread looking, this is your read. So it read 6 rows, and then in the right you can see it only loaded 4 records. So if we look at the data in our table, you can see the 4 records have been inserted, and every time the data is most filled whenever it's available in either of the duplicate records, and also the update date is the highest or the latest. Another thing which I want to mention is it's not only limited to 2 records. You can have more than 1 record, and it can be like 5-10 records which are duplicates or even more, and your consolidation will consolidate to one golden or master record. So this completes this particular video, and in our next tutorial we would be covering more IDQ or BDE developer tool related transformations or topics. Thanks for watching this video, and do visit our website gogeeko.com for more easy to learn videos, and to contact us if you have any advanced learning needs or if you have any questions. Bye now.